Roughhouse Robotics is coming in hot with the throwing shade going straight into the stream. I haven't even gone live yet. But I'm gonna redesign Hodag. I'm gonna do it pretty much from scratch, and I'm not gonna take Shrapnel Mine's CAD because I want it to actually be good. I think Hodag's ranked higher than Shrapnel Mine, anyways, in like most circles. But I think if Shrapnel Mine Hodag as is had to go toe to toe, I think Hodag would win. But that's not saying much. He hasn't Shrapnel Mine isn't like his main beetle, and he hasn't exactly had much luck with it. So I have the old CAD open just so I can have a reference because I want it to be more or less the same shape. But what I'm trying to do is I'm kind of the base full, like I'm not using this CAD and like altering it. I'm just starting mostly from scratch. The weapon assembly I'm going to still use because that I think the shape of this worked out pretty well. It just I need to increase the shaft diameter. I want to increase the weapon diameter, and I might make it a little thinner, mostly so I can, because this is a pretty thick wide blade. I'm gonna make it thinner mostly just for weight purposes, since I'm going to make it longer. Basically make that a little bit bigger, and then I have to change 0.25 is what we're going to switch it to. Oh, what are you doing? Because I'm the one who's doing the CAD right now. There we go. Actually, I'm not doing line. Select sketch. I have to change the sketch plane. No, not that one. I guess we could do this one. Oh yeah, I've actually never used Tinkercad. I don't know much about it. Because I learned SolidWorks in college, so and I didn't know any CAD before then. Yeah, I've heard of it. I've heard of a guy using what was the most wild one? It was like freaking what's it called? It was like Blender. I heard a guy making using Blender, which I thought it was just wild to me. Okay, so what we're doing. Bob Rossbat. Yeah. Okay, so we got that going. That looks goofy as heck. I do think I want to change, actually adjust this diameter, or this radius rather. Wait. I don't remember what some of these things I was doing were. Titanium white used it. Oh, I think it was, I want to say Jer of Michigan Mashup uses it. start. I'm just trying to figure out what this rate. Oh, that's what that radius is. B. Actually, no. I'm trying to remember how I did. It's kind of weird because I used a lot of vibes when I did this. Oh God, don't play with me, SolidWorks. I need quite as much rake angle. Oh, the music in the back. No, the music for the streams, I just open up YouTube Studio and play whatever. Because this is. Thank you. But yeah, it's just the YouTube audio library. I just grab whatever music for the streams. So every stream you go to, it's going to be different music. I don't have a special playlist. It's because since I use YouTube's. By using the YouTube audio library, I won't get copyright claimed. It's just not a concern anymore. I'm gonna keep that there. What is this coincident to? Oh, I know what it's coincident to. It's like the... Because I remember there's the, I used the, like, example thing to get the geometry. I'm trying to make this a little more... Trying to push the limits a little bit more. This feels goofy. I don't know. Okay, so 1 inch is what that was at. Huh. I'm kind of just going based off of vibes. I'm trying to think how I want to put this. Whereas my YouTube control panel ain't showing anything. Oh well. Okay, so we're trying to get basically slight rake angle. That actually looks pretty good. Convert these to cut the whatever is going on there. Let's just ensure this. Yep. Just the whole thing, I guess. Change that feature. Yeah, I try to make them slick. Okay. Whether I'm successful or not varies. Got a little bigger. This looks kind of silly, to be honest. So that. Oh yeah. This feels kind of chunky. Like the blade part. It was like a whole lot of the chunky blade. Chonk. Okay. That feels good enough for a weapon, right? Okay. Oh god, I forgot how goddamn messy this whole thing is. Oh my god, chill the fuck out. SolidWorks. Okay. Okay, let me. Why are you getting? You're already getting upset with me? Okay, can you tell me which one it is? The problem is I haven't streamed in a. I took a stream. I wasn't streaming for a hot minute. That's probably not helping. So I'm gonna guess that's where everybody went. Yeah, I like didn't stream for like a month or so, and I was pretty. So that made things a lot. So a lot of people, I guess, didn't come back. That's not what I want to do. A Bigfoot replica? Yeah, I haven't quite proven if Bigfoot works yet, so we'll see. Bigfoot it'll be fighting in 2 weeks. So we'll see if it's Bigfoot's actually good. It looks a little thin to me. We're gonna make those walls a little bit bigger. That still feels kind of thin because that's. Which game are you making? Are you making robots in? Because I've heard of I think I've heard of a couple different combat robot games, but it's a 1/16 of an inch. Battle RC and Robot Rumble. Robot Rumble 2. That's weird. So I'm gonna change. Okay. Was this literally just vibes? I literally just made this part based on vibes. Okay. Yeah, I haven't. What's interesting is for how popular that kit seems to be. I actually haven't seen like, I don't know, maybe the. Oh, I need to move this hole, but I haven't. I'm surprised I haven't seen more. Oh yeah, that'll do the trick. I'm surprised I haven't seen more interesting iterations on the shameless self-promotion. I've seen a lot of very stock-looking shameless self-promotions. At least where I'm at. I'm not sure if it. Obviously, there's different. I think where it's more popular, maybe there's more people getting interesting with it, but. Maybe I want to pull that in just a little bit because that's uncomfortably close to that hole. The game I've really been into, I actually haven't played any combat robot video games, but it's just. That is a good point. I don't think there's as many people that will run it as in like several events, but because I know like Mako initially was an SSP kit and then became its own thing. Because it just seems like a robot you could slap a lot of weapons to, just based on like how boxy and spacious it is. I'm not sure what the exact like dimensions of an SSP kit are. Like, or the weight, like how much weight you have to work with. That's what I was trying to say. Okay. So one thing I'm going to do different with the weapon is I got to make a rack. Yeah, I mean, I think it is, you could make a custom robot cheaper, I'd say. I was thinking about doing the rack part, screwing it to this, and that might save me some money because this would be two-dimensional then. And they could both be the same part if I really, like I could just do this one part. Because before, there's like some goofiness with this, but if I do like 2 screw holes and then screw a 3D printed rack onto this. Yeah, I think like because they're like 500 something bucks or whatever. I could run one in an event, or I could build an arena that can run. I mean, running an event is more than just getting an arena, but yeah, I think if I was frugal, I could definitely throw together a beetle and like run it at an event. Yeah, it does kind of suck. I'm gonna make sure I'm not even close to touching these holes. Yeah, I haven't paid attention to where the hot spots in like the South are, because I know Florida has a bit, and I think Tennessee does. I'm just trying to envisioning how this rack's gonna be. Because not as is, it's gonna run into this. I just realized making this wider might be an issue. 1 second. There's not a whole lot of screw left. I didn't think about that when I was deciding to longer. Where are you real? Oh, so what I plan on changing on Hodag. Sorry, I was wanting to take a look at the current version while I was doing it. I need the punch to be punchier. Currently, with the servo and the timing belt, it's too slow, and the timing belt likes to break all the time. Also, I'm trying to make it so I can get these shafts out to up to 1/4 of an inch, so that they can actually not snap all the time, or not snap. They keep bending, is what I mean. Also, how the drive's mounted, it sometimes gets unseated. That happened at NHL as well as the last event. So if I can get a little more, but yeah, getting oomph out of the weapon is a big thing, and making the drive a little bit more reliable. I was going to switch the weapon to be more like a rack and gear, but we'll have to see how that's going to work. Sorry, I was having a thought. The diameter, the previous diameter, is 2.5 inches, and it's, I think, about, the tip speed ends up being about 200 miles an hour, or somewhere around there. And I'm trying to extend it to 3 inches to get a little bit more reach, because actually reaching my opponent's been an ongoing issue. And I might switch to a 4S and just have everything, so that way I can have everything on the same voltage instead of having 2 voltages. And consequently, I'm probably going to go to a lower kV motor, because with the increased diameter, with the increase in voltage, that's going to be a higher. That would be like a 300 tip speed, which is more than what I need. Sorry, I'm trying to remember what I was trying. Because I'm thinking about. Because I don't really want this upright to be thicker. Yeah, 300 miles. Yeah, that's why I have to lower the kV. Even punching, I don't think I'll have enough bite. Yeah, I think even already it kind of grinds. This might be a little wide, because the UHMW uprights have been plenty thick enough. It's gonna be awkward. Just trying to think of how, yeah, because I'm gonna have to change how these spacers work with how I have it now. Yeah. Because I know for the hub motors that I'm using, Peter already calculated some of the stuff for it. Let me see something. Gotta aggress silent. Oh yeah, I forgot I was in the middle of a sketch. I'm actually going to extend below this, and that's where I'm going to put the rack underneath it. Because if I go... Yeah, and usually what my spare weight ends up going into armor. Well, yeah. I'm trying to do a bit of both because part of the punch is to have as much bite as possible. But we'll have to see. Yeah, making it more robust, because making it wider, I'm probably going to change how I'm probably going to use an aluminum, because these are 3D printed spacers. I'm probably going to use aluminum ones instead of having the just a screw go through the whole thing. Have this be aluminum and then the screw just going into the end. That way I'm a lot less worried about having a screw that's the entire width of it. Plus so but yeah, I think I'll be a bit more it'll be a little more exciting once I actually get the robot punching the way it's meant to. These are probably going to be screwed directly into. I was like, do I want to thread into these or do I want to like use nuts? I feel like the wider the punching mechanism would get, like if you had like a drum, keeping the sides aligned would be a nightmare. It's already a nightmare with them being an inch apart. I could only imagine trying to do that with a that's not what I want to do. But yeah, I'm having enough trouble getting this to stay aligned. Whoops. Yeah, I don't exactly plan on going deeper down the punch spinner rabbit hole. I'm not even sure what it would take for me to actually decide to do a 12 pound. Going up in size, I don't even want to do that. Problem is I'm currently... That's what I was trying to do. There we go. We want to do that. 3.5. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah, I'm on Central Time, so it's a little bit different. No, I don't want offset up to service. Yeah, well, my stream starts at 7, so I haven't done much because honestly, I haven't been super focused on Hodag. I've been focusing on Bigfoot lately, so I kind of wasn't thinking about it too much going into this. And I forgot to grab some notes that I made for it. Because I did have notes about what I wanted, the specifics on how I envisioned it, but... Okay. We're gonna count on this being further out. It's gonna be a little bit bigger. It's gonna be 4 point, because it's gonna have to be a 4 through this. Is gonna want an extra. I'll have to look into what, because I want to say this ends up being at 6 mil. Again. Oh yeah, the new Bigfoot does look a lot like Blight, and it's. I did kind of realize that partway through making it. I'm like, oh, this kind of looks like Blight, because I think a lot more robots are using like have the forks on the end, and are starting to look kind of like how Blight is. I think it being 4-wheel drive and wide like that, like it has a similar footprint as Blight. But obviously Blight is a vert. Although I may have a because I was planning on, since the old hub motor, the hub motors I plan on using for, I plan on changing the KV of the hub motor for this. I'm gonna have ant weight hub motors lying around. And I was thinking about using the weapon from old Hodag and just throwing that onto Bigfoot's chassis, the new Bigfoot's chassis, and it just being a swerve drive vert, if I have the weight to do. Oh god, not another fight with Ampere. I have had bad luck with Ampere. He's beat me twice already. I've not had good luck against him. Oh yeah, that cuddle. I didn't see the cuttlefish fight, or at least I'm not remembering it. I might have seen it, but I can't think about it off the top of my head. I need some gears. Rack. I'm just trying to remember how to make a rack. Maxing out the sound and cameras. Oh, yeah. Um, Nope, that's not what I want to do. We're going to do coincident. There we go. That. 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 I'm definitely gonna change this at some point, but I'm just sort of like throwing something together now. Nope. The fuck is this? Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Oh my god. I feel like I'm fighting with SolidWorks right now. I guess we'll put this in line with that. And then we're going to do a linear pattern. Entities to pattern. Why is that? Why is that the direction? I'm not sure why this is in inches. Or, yeah, why is that in inches? Nope, not 3mm. Oh, not 5mm. Okay. Let's try this again. Should be 3mm. No, not yeah, 3. Nope. Maybe not 3mm. 4mm. Nope. Nope. There we go. Whoops. This is just a placeholder. I'm gonna have to look at some more, look closer at some stuff before I finalize this, but We'll take a second. Oh my gosh. New Mexico? Did I miss part of the conversation? I'm confused how we ended up talking about New Mexico. There. Lexington, Kentucky. Closest scene competing this year. Look, you said it's been nothing. Yeah, a lot of... I was talking on the last stream about how frickin' Wisconsin no longer has events, which has been tragic. Here, oh look, you don't have dogs. We're just gonna billets. Kentucky. Have I? Kentucky had no events. Yeah, I don't know. Cause yeah, I don't. Yeah, I haven't been to the. Cause I know Tennessee has a contingent, so I'm not. So maybe some of the people that in Kentucky that probably go to Tennessee events might do something, but. We're gonna leave that as is for now. I want to think about the drive a little bit. Or maybe I can think about how this is mounted, I guess. We'll insert the Indianapolis and Nashville. Yeah, I was actually just at an event in Indianapolis. I was like, wait, the same Indianapolis event? Okay. Okay. Oh, Grand Slam. Okay. I didn't recognize the team name. I was like, wait, I should know this guy. Sorry, I didn't recognize the team name. I recognize Glam. Yeah. Yeah, because obviously I can't see your face in your Grand Slam. Oh, also you didn't even say, yeah. 150 gram thing. They had the, what was it called? The Turnabout was there with their little robots. Schedule art. Trying to remember what angle I put all this at. I think it was all 30-degree angle. Base is low. Yeah, I remember base is loaded. I remember also from the Missouri event. St. Louis. Okay. Trying to debate how I'm gonna, because I'm gonna put I want to put UHMW. Chance. Swoop. I really should have sketched more of this out before. Now I'm trying to remember what I was trying, because this used to be, this was 30 degrees. I believe. No, there's no way that's 30 degrees. What was I? How did I make this? I'm trying to remember how I made this. How did I initially define this angle? Oh, that's how I initially defined the angle. I did it here. The front of it. $75-degree angle. Oops, it's crazy. I'd fight this killing me weapon would have been able to. Crunch evolution. Oh my gosh. Y'all are talking about robots I ain't never heard of. You can. That's what it. Okay, back to my sketch. Swoop. That doesn't feel right. Is it really that steep? I'm like, I guess it is. No, that's not how angles work. 15 is the angle I'm looking at. There we go. I'm like, that didn't look right. Because it's going to mount bottom, and then there's going to be a front. Going to mount to the front. How's the... I think we might still do the TPU thing. TPU. And if we do... Well, if it's mounting into the TPU... TPU is going to have to, like, wrap over it. I don't remember after. Okay, so we'll probably go maybe a little more half an inch. Actually, what we want to do. The mate here that will just... This, or this, that's what our height's going to be about half an inch. Yeah, that seems good. scalar bot. Wait, that's not even... Guess we'll do that there. We'll approximate the length of the robot. We'll adjust as needed. Luckily, I'm not in a hurry to actually finish this robot. Andy Cohen Design. Name sounds familiar. Or 5mm. It's gonna go. How this is gonna end up looking. I do some of this. So, am I gonna screw into the back of it? I don't know, because it's kind of what I'm envisioning. There's those shouldn't be equal. Should be collinear though. None. What about found from Facebook? Seven. Probably be about 8 then. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe this should. Because the point of this is literally just to keep. Because I want to actually be able to fit electronics through the back. That's the point of this. Broken 3D printer, no knowledge of how to solder. I feel like soldering's something you can learn pretty quick, I think. Because I am terrible at soldering. Oh, that is too much. I'm actually not. What am I thinking? There's nothing stopping me from having that. It's gonna look like. Oh yeah, my soldering looks ugly as crap, and it's like you can also teach yourself to solder, essentially. I'm thinking the electronics will fit in. The back will come here. The back can have a pocket on it. That collinear. Do I have the components? What do you mean for? What do you mean by the components? I see people who put them on paper. I had some things drawn up, and I'm terrible at drawing, so I don't actually draw that many things on paper, because bad at it. I need to think. Eight millimeters. Be about trim entities. Oops, trim entities. By the inside. It do be like that. What crapped out on you? Like what? Define crapped out. Because I think you mentioned the Viper kit last time you were here. I'm just kind of curious, like, what went wrong? What was it? Well, I had a thought. And I'm debating how thick this should be. Yeah, I've. That looks a little thick. Oh, that's all. We're like that close. Actually, I guess if we're doing that. .5. 0.375 inches essentially. There we go. They like to break you. I feel like a lot of people I've seen haven't had taken that much damage with them. I've seen him go pretty far in tournaments. Or were we which one are we talking about? Viper? No, I was thinking. I've seen them take a beating. I guess the Viper. Necessary Evil has definitely been. Oh, at least competitive. Yeah, the Necessary Evil kit's certainly interesting. Yeah, unfortunately, the guy that does the Necessary Evil kit is the same guy that was running events in Wisconsin. And I don't know how much he's been working on combat robot stuff, because the same reason he's not doing events. So I'm not sure what Joseph Betts of BetSpots is up to. That we'll add some fillets. Just to make it look less goofy. Yeah, the Viper kit definitely requires some augmentation in order to be competitive. HDPE is an interesting choice. I guess that's like slightly less dense. What am I trying to say? UHMW, I guess. Because I guess it would do slightly less good than UHMW. And UHMW is pretty resilient. I dug into the wedge a lot, but yeah, it's definitely it'd be probably similar results as if you had like a TPU wedge where they dig into it and probably slowly chip away with it, but it probably wouldn't. I wouldn't expect it to rip off. Or shatter. Stick to these goats. I think we want to go 10 millimeters, but I need to adjust a little bit if it's going, if we're having that problem. We're talking, wait, to make it mid tiers. I don't know. Cookie Cutter has been, I've seen a halfway decent version of a Viper and using the avert essentially. Oops, I didn't want to edit sketch. I want to add a sketch. Yeah, Cookie Cutter is the first one that comes to mind for me. But that's because I go to Minnesota a lot. That should be radial. Actually, wait, is there any reason? I don't need that. Need to screw it into the front. What am I thinking? I'm trying to screw it into the back. Or screw it into the bottom. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, I guess the front and back needs to screw into the bottom. Probably really where it's at. Bottom screws. Horizontal gets swooped pretty. Yeah, I feel like the horizontal on the Viper kit is built in a way that it can easily get punted off of it. Because I, with my worst robot, Ozark Howler, managed to like just rip a not what I want to do. Managed to rip the weapon off of a Viper kit, not a scaler. That would have been impressive. A scaler. Needs to be like 15. Actually, what it should do is probably be more where. There we go. Trying to get right where that upright is. That way we're not gonna have to be worried about having enough material. There we go. Good thing I did that, because that would have... They have to spin up. Yeah, I thought a vertical or tail spinner Viper kit. I've not seen the tail spinner. I haven't seen the tail spinner version of it. I've seen the vertical one, but not like the. I sometimes forget there is a tail spinner version. This looks so goofy. What have I done? CAD file. Three. Hodag. V3. Yeah, is it meant to be a Thagamize, or are you just meant to drive it backwards? That's the real question. Internally, why is it's saving everything but the part in front of me? Is it? I didn't realize the Viper kit was had AR fight. Again, come on. It's because I have the full version of it open, and it really does not like the full version. Oh, the slide sport? I don't know. Undercoater. Oh, yeah. Okay. For some reason, they don't have UHMW as their under plastics. Which is really frustrating. It's like of all the things. I think I created one. There you go. Oh yeah, I forgot I made it yellow by default for reasons. We're gonna change that appearance. Blue white. Stuck. Use Lexan. Yeah, Lexan's a choice for like a lot of. I mean, it's. For an ant, I guess polycarbonate can function in some ways. So this will be to the bottom of the... Wait, that's not the bottom. Top plane. That's where the top plane is. Oh my gosh. Okay, now that we know where the front actually is, we're going to change this mate. The one mate, one of the few mates I have is already wrong. There we go. Yeah. Although on Ozark Howler, it wasn't a huge problem, the polycarbonate. I expected the polycarbonate on Ozark Howler to fail, and it didn't, which... Good. I mean, I'm sure it won't survive against the best robot, or not 0.5 millimeters, 0.5 inches. Have the front plane be where this meets. I'm pretty sure what I use as a front plane is different on every single robot I do. Ozark Howler went to one event, and that was several months ago. Is it an inch apart, or is it more than an inch apart? Actually, I don't want that. That should not be a should it be a coincident, mate? Yeah, Ozark Collar was a Fingertech beater bar that I made using hand tools. And it was pretty bad. I think I'm gonna just we make this a distance made of like 0.5 millimeter. That because we don't want it to interact too much. God, this is gonna be interesting. Ironically, that's not even a 0.125 inch millimeter rod. Yep, that's fine. 4 inches is fine. That's what she said. There we go. Me not yapping for 4 minutes. Would you go to the bathroom or something? For plastic ants and mounting hardware, I'm putting together my first plan of an embedded M3 nuts to connect the top and bottom plate of the armor. I mean, what do you mean by embedded, I guess? I don't, because I haven't really seen too many issues with people like getting in trouble for mounting certain ways. I didn't think about this. I am dumb. Because I didn't think about the fact that me adding this changed the height of everything. Yeah, being captive in the plastic is probably even more than they expect. Because you have to mount everything somehow, so. Let's press this first. I'm gonna want to put the mounting for a lot of my stuff lower than I did. That cut. I mean, I've used like shoulder bolts and stuff like that on plastic ants, as long as it's like embedded nuts a failure point. Oh yeah, embedded nuts. I mean, embedded nuts work pretty well too. The first version of Hodag used embedded nuts. And honestly, the only problem was with the fact it was TPU. Our TPU would kind of get pulled through, but oh, this is so messy. Whoops, didn't want to do that. You have a lighting setup for work on small things like... I don't really have a lighting setup. Because I have, as you can see, my workbench there. And the main light is that light that's you can see right there. Because there's also a light straight above this desk too, but yeah, the lighting's there's I think a light in like the corner that I had mounted to the because I've like had desk mounted lights and I don't work on robots so small that it ends up being a problem. I mean, it also depends on your lighting setup, like, because that lamp being straight over the desk helps a lot. And there's also an extra lamp above this desk if I really need to. But if you're in like a poorly lit room, you might need some specific lighting. But I keep this room, at least the important parts, pretty well lit. My corner with my 3D printers doesn't have light going on them. I guess the one at the Mini has that, but the enclosure, I had to put LEDs in my enclosure. Yeah, because all that I pushed all that up. We can go lower than that. Basically, we want to bring this as low as we can go. Because I forgot that I can actually make the weapon lower if I want. Because before I was limited by... What was it called? There was a pulley that needed to be at the bottom. Oops. Didn't want to change that. Now this feels... Okay, that feels annoying, actually, now. What was this? Why didn't I just copy that? I think 6mm is probably actually enough. Just gonna delete that. It should be fine for that. Yeah, this feels awkward. Okay. Not that whole. What about rounding out your side over? So it depends on how I end up having the shape, because the thing is, if I round them out, then a lot of times I don't have as much room for everything. We'll have to see. Does printing with supports also make it weaker? Not really. I don't think it should make a difference. As long as the supports are doing their job, it should be equally as strong as if there wasn't supports. It does make it uglier, but I guess other than that, no, it does not. I wouldn't say it makes it at least a significant amount weaker. Because, like, molecularly, there's nothing about adding supports that, like, makes the bonds any weaker. I would say stuff that affects how strong, other than obviously the material you use, like the print temperature and speed definitely can affect whether it's stronger or not, because that will affect like how tight the bonds are. This feels so thick. Just gonna slide right on that. Getting tired. I think this is where I'm gonna stop for tonight. Because next I was gonna start working on other parts, but I got work in the morning. I got stuff I end up gotta do it, finish up. I'm hoping to get this robot done, like at an event in October, because I think that's going to be the last event I'll be able to get Hodag to is October, and it's currently mid-July, and then so I'm going to continue working on this through probably CAD for it through August, but in September maybe we'll have time to actually work on it. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for chatting with me, and hopefully I'll have a new video coming out next week. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week where I'll continue working on this. Hopefully I'll be a little bit more prepared.